The age of revolutions brought with it a new wave of propaganda. Fierce, urgent, and designed not to preserve the power of kings, but to tear it down. In the 18th and 19th centuries, propaganda became the weapon of revolutionaries, fueling movements that reshaped nations and toppled empires. All right, enough of these sissy medieval Europeans and ancient Egyptians and whatnot. It's time to talk about the country that matters, the one that never does any wrong and hasn't repeated terrible historical cycles in its own right. And how do I know that? Well, this pamphlet from the current administration says so. In the American Revolution, pamphlets and newspapers carried the voices of dissent into homes and taverns across the colonies. Few writings were as influential as Thomas Paine's Common Sense. Published in 1776, it argued in plain language that independence was not only possible, but necessary. Its fiery words spread like wildfire, selling more than 100,000 copies within months. For a population of just a few million, that reach was extraordinary. Pamphlets like Paine's did more than argue for independence. They created a shared identity, convincing ordinary people that they were not British subjects, but Americans. Cartoons and symbols carried equal weight. Benjamin Franklin's "Join or Die" image of a snake cut into pieces became a rallying cry. Each fragment represented a colony, and the message was simple: unite or perish. Propaganda gave the revolution not just arguments, but images that endured in the minds of farmers, merchants, and soldiers alike. Of course, now it just calls to the only hardcore true Americans out there. To see the whole story of how propaganda has and continues to shape our society, check out our full documentary on the history of propaganda, which covers ancient examples up to the age of social media. To watch, click the link to the YouTube video in the description. Thanks for watching.